So, hello everybody, and welcome back. We are here today racing in Division 1 for online Formula Racing GTS Round 7 here in Austria. We've only got 8 drivers on the grid today. I'm going to blame that on the fact that it's Mother's Day today, so a lot of the British guys aren't going to be able to make it because they're spending time with their dear mothers. Otherwise, it's probably down to the fact that it's rain in Austria. We know how difficult the rain is here in GTS. It's full wet weather, and they're going to have to race around 23 laps here today after this 10 minutes worth of qualifying. We can already see Eddie Redford Renzo is there. This is already round. The rest of the drivers are currently lining up information, waiting to start their hot laps as they complete their out laps. But it's definitely going to be an interesting race here today. We just had the D2 race. It was very, very slippy. We had some guys running in fuel mode 4 as AJ goes really deep into the corner. You can see him kind of sliding around. He's managed to save it, thankfully. But yeah, we just had the 23 lap race in D2. There was lots of spins, lots of people losing it, going deep into corners. Not so much contact though. It was actually quite a clean race for everyone, surprisingly. We had a quick memo go out last week about clean racing and what we class as competitive and over the line racing. And I think it's worked. Everyone has taken a nice approach to racing now. They're racing a lot cleaner. We saw it in D3, we saw it in D2. I think it has definitely helped. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting quality. Now, someone out in front is about to start their hot lap. It's Nils, so let's ride with Nils and see how he gets on. So let's ride on board with him actually, just to see everything. We need to get some of this display info up, so let's just quickly switch that to variable as well to get a nice view. So as you're coming into turn 1, you want to brake just after that 100 meter board goes out of view, and you want to turn in, and you need to take as much curb as possible here because it helps your car to rotate, and it also stabilizes at mid corner too. You don't usually expect that, but it is necessary in the rain here to help you. So up the hill you go. Again, you want to look out for that 150 meter board, but you want to brake as soon as your car touches it, not as you pass it. There you go. He's broken just a wee bit late, I would say there. He's taken a little bit of the curb, really slippy on the outside there, but he still managed to turn it in just in time. He's a bit late on the throttle, but that's not so bad. I think he should be alright there. Now let's just quickly watch him as he goes down. You can see how much wheel spin he's getting there in gear 3 as he comes out of turn 3 into turn 4 now. Almost a hairpin here. It's downhill. You want to brake before the 150 meter board. If you don't, you might overshoot it. And you can see he's had to slam on those brakes there and get it turned in just in time. And he has done that. So good job there, Nils. Now here he's coming up to the tricky part of the track, possibly the slippiest part of the track as well. It's an on camber turn at the right hander, but then it switches to off camber as you come through this left hander here. And this is where it gets really tricky. You don't want to be too early on that throttle because you will end up in the gravel, so you do need to be careful. But he's managed to do it alright for now. He's hovering in second gear. He's just coming through that second left hander at turn 7, right hander at turn 8. Now avoid that curve at all costs because it turns to grass quickly, and then you're going to lose a lot of traction and the car's just going to snap to the right. But he's managed to avoid it and he's managed to get away with it so far. Brakes to that 100 meter board as he turns into the corner. Now you need to take that curve because you don't want to run wide here because it is the penalty zone, and this is drift central right now as he flies through there. He manages to avoid the drifting, but was that at a cost to his speed? We don't know, but he's through and he's going to cross the line now with a 1:47.0. So that is actually a really, really decent time. Well done there, Nils. Weird's gone second fastest, second down the road at the minute, with a 1:48.1. Vilsack goes second fastest, and then AJ's just gone fastest with a 1:46.9. Own driver in that 1:46.9 at the moment, in that 1:46, sorry. So good job, AJ. Unsurprisingly, he's out there setting decent times. Eddie is only set at 1:50 at the minute. I expect he's going to go a little bit faster than that. I think that's at the back end of D2 time at the moment. But it is early on. It is early on, so we'll have to wait and see. As Garvey sets at 2 minutes 12 as well. So it looks like he's struggling, but it was their first hot lap, remember, and they probably will be improving as the time goes on. So there's just 5 minutes left of quali. They've only set one hot lap so far, and actually showing you how slow it is right here. F1 times, you're looking at a 1:03 here in the drive. GTS times, I think you're looking at around the 1:20. I think someone can correct me if I'm wrong there. But in the rain, look at this. They're using about, what, 30 seconds possibly? I don't know. It looks that way. It might be a little bit longer in the than a 1:20. It might be somewhere nearer a 1:30 or something like that. But yeah, it is full wet weather, and they've got that full wet tyre on. And it is difficult. It's very, very difficult. I don't suppose the track temp is up there at the moment either. let's just quickly go back to Nils, who was the first one to set a lap, and let's see if he's improving as he's coming around the final corner. There's no point in pitting here because the wet tyres will take you the distance of quali. You can only set 3 laps, I think, so I think that'll be enough for these guys. As Nils crosses the line, does he improve? No, he doesn't improve. He's 9/10 down, but that was probably a preparation lap, and he's going again now. So let's see what he can do here. Into turn 1 he goes. Now let's quickly just see if we can catch that replay of AJ going testing the tyres. That's a lot of information. You might just see him outstanding himself there. He's definitely generally just avoids also. Just had narrow rating, very, very slippy. Let's watch this. Yeah, look, he's getting in the brakes really late forwards. AJ goes really deep into the corner. You can see him kind of sliding. Replay down. Sorry about that. You might have heard a double voice there. It won't happen again though. Let's get back to the qualifying. So there you go. Eddie's improved now. He's definitely below 150 now. It's a 149.5. Good time. Garvey's gone 4 seconds quicker with a 148.411. So good job there, Garvey. Iceman's not set a time. We're about to see him set a time. No, he's about to set his first hot lap. So Iceman's... he must have invalidated then. I think he has invalidated. He set a 146, but yeah, he must have cut the last corner or something. It's currently a yellow flag, so someone's got a bit spinny somewhere. Let's hope they're okay. Got a DWT car in front of him at Garvey. We're going to see Iceman's... Oh, we just missed Iceman's sector 1 time. Sorry about that. We'll check the sector 2 time. He's coming up to turn 7 though, so we can see how he's getting on. And we know Iceman is a race winner here in OFR. He's very, very committed to OFR as well. Ash is saying he was pitted early on. I must have missed that, Ash. So he's got a fresh pair of wets on them, I suppose. Interesting. So let's see how he does that. So Garvey ahead of him is not going to help him at all, especially through this middle sector here, because it's very, very slippy when you've got a lot of downforce ahead of you. It wouldn't surprise me if he goes a little bit deep into this corner, and look, he does. He does go slightly deep there. You want to hook the inside to make sure you don't touch that gravel on the outside, and that car ahead is affecting him, so maybe he might want to ease up, or he's going to have to wait for another lap. He's going to cross the line with under 2 minutes to go, I reckon, so that means he's not going to get another lap in. This is going to, well, the next one is going to be his last one, and if he doesn't clear a gap to Ed now, he's going to be in trouble. To Garvey now, sorry, he's going to be in trouble. Let's see if he's going to set a decent time here, even though he's been following Garvey around. Let's have a look. He's going to cross the line now. He's gone 5th fastest. So what's he set? He's set a 1:47.8. That is a really, really quick time, but I bet he could go faster, but having Garvey ahead of him right now is not going to help him whatsoever. This could give AJ the freedom to hold on to pole position at the moment. Now, we'll check back on him in a moment. Ash and Smalley, thanks for tuning in. Let's just quickly see how AJ's getting on out front. We're about to see his Sector 2 time after 3 more corners. Let's see what he can do. So that's turn 5 there. Slight right-hander, really slippy part of the track. You can see he's losing the rear slightly there. Left-hander now, you want to keep that inside as much as possible, and that's the way you do it. AJ nailed that corner there. He's not got anyone in front of him, so he's got a nice clear track, I suppose, in front of him. Nice amount of downforce, keeping his fast up to the ground right now. Out of turn 7 he comes. Doesn't take the curb, you can see there. Oof, he's sliding a lot. He's struggling to get his foot down in 3rd gear. So it is going to be a tricky one here as he's coming into the final 2 corners now. Let's see if he takes that curb. He does. He hugs the inside. But I think he's on a preparation lap. I think he's going to set his fastest lap now with 48 seconds to go. So let's see if he does improve. Is he going to improve? No, he doesn't. He did a 1:51.6. That's 5 seconds off, and this is going to be his final attempt. So we'll check in on him in a while, but look at this. Look at Iceman. Look how close he is behind Garvey right now. He's going to be losing so much time here. And is he going to cross the line within 25 seconds? I don't know. Is he going to get a chance to do another lap? We're about to find out. He definitely will. He's definitely got at least 20 seconds before he can cross the line. So he's okay there. He's okay. But look at this. Garvey is still right in front of him. Iceman should have left a bit of a gap here. So he's going to cross the line. Is he going to improve? He is going to improve. Oh no, he didn't improve. Garvey actually improved there, so Iceman didn't improve, and now Iceman's going to be doing his final lap. Again, it looks like he's about half a second behind Garvey in a minute. He's in trouble. How's Castle getting on? He's just coming through turn 3 now. He's on a 1:47.219 at the minute. His last lap was a 1:47.4. 2/10 down. Let's hope he hasn't shot those rear tyres, but I think he's looking okay at the moment. Let's have a look and see where his braking is as he goes into the corner. Just before that 150, that was about 160 there. In my opinion, that's a little bit late, but look at this. He must have his brakes somewhere near the rear to help him slow down there. And he's managed to turn through that corner. Okay, he's getting a little bit oversteer as he's coming out of the corner. But he's managed to hold on to it for now. Now, where's AJ? It's going to be Nils. It's not Nils, it's going to be Nils. Sorry, it's going to be Vilsek who's going to cross the line. He's in 3rd place at the minute, and he's on a 1:47.2. So that's, again, really, really decent time for Vilsek. He's really quick in the rain, as we can see here. Now, is he going to improve, though? He's going to get the first checkered flag here. Oh, no, there's someone out ahead of him who's already got the checkered flag, sorry. But let's see what Vilsek can do. He's gone wide. I hope he doesn't pick up a penalty there. He's managed to hold on to it. No penalty, though. He's going to cross the line penalty-free. Has he improved? Oh, he was 1/10 down. AJ's about to cross the line. Has he improved? No, he has not. And Weird TV is next. He does improve. He goes into 6th place. He sets a faster time. So good job there, Weird. Now Castle sliding around the final corner there. He's currently in P4. Is he going to be able to improve his time? We're about to find out. He was currently on a 1:47.2 and he's gone faster with a 1:47.1, promoting him into 3rd place as Nils doesn't improve either. So Vilsek's been pushed down to 4th now. Castle has moved up into P3. Very good job there, Castle. Now, who is still out on track? It's Kimi. And look at, oh, he's just picked up a penalty at the last corner as well. That's unfortunate. But it's P5 though. It's not a decent, it's not a bad effort from him. So good job there. And I think that's everyone apart from Garvey. Garvey's going to be the last one to cross the line here. Now he doesn't have a penalty, but look, we know he was right in front of Iceman at the time, and now he's ghosting. Is this his AI? It can't. We can't because he was ahead of Iceman. There he is, he's back now, and he's going to cross the line, so he's probably not going to be happy unless if there was an incident. We'll have to wait and see what happened there. Clearly not going to improve his time. It was 2 minutes 21, and that's qualifying over. So it's AJ on pole with a 1:46, 4/10 quicker than Nils in P2, and Castle a little bit further down the road in P3. Now we've got 23 laps here. In D2, we saw the race winner, Super Bounty, do 0 stops. So it is possible, provided you keep your fuel at around setting 4 or 5, pretty much the entire race. Let's see if they can do it. Let's see if they can do it. Smalley, are you in comms with anyone? That could be useful information to know. Watching the lights, well, the engines rev up now. Can't see any lights at the minute. They're revving up though, so they must be ready. We're just waiting to go now. That's lights out. It doesn't look like anyone jump started, but we can see how hard it is for them to get their foot down here. The rears are slipping out, stepping out, left, right, and centre here. Kimi's made up a lot of positions. Kimi's already in P2. Kimi's that's an absolutely fantastic start as AJ leads going into turn 1. Kimi's moved up. We've got a few cars going wide there, and we've got Castle spinning across the track. He's managed to avoid everyone, but Castle has spun. He has spun. He's managed to point it in the right direction, though. Bit of a sloppy pirouette, but it was a good one at least, and he's managed to hold on to 8th place for now, but he's got a long way to go. Now AJ's up ahead. Iceman Kimi's already just 4/10 behind him. Now let's hope no one hits anyone here. We've got a few cars going side by side. Nils and Weird. Weird goes wide there. Nils holds on to the racing line and he's going to be in P3. Now is Vilsek going to make a move on Weird? No, he's a bit too far behind. Garvey's sliding across the track here. Garvey hits the wall. No damage though. No damage whatsoever, and he's going to come back. Now someone else is spinning. It's Eddie. Eddie's come off the track, and now I think Castle's overtaken him. Yes, he has. Castle has moved ahead, so that's already 1 position gain from Castle there. As Iceman is still stalking AJ, just 6/10 down the road at the minute. Smalley, it would be nice if you could feed me some info on Vilsek since you're in a chat with him. Ash, let me know if you're in the chat with anyone as well. That would be helpful. I'd love to know what's going on in these drivers' heads at the moment, but AJ's currently leading 7/10 down the road. Now, the gap between the top 5, I think it is fairly close. I mean, it's 4 seconds from the lead, but it's not too far. Bearing in mind it's raining now. Vilsek and Weird DB are going side by side. Weird's got the inside line here as they're coming into the final 2 corners. Is he going to be able to hold on to it? You definitely don't want to go wide here because he will pick up a penalty. He manages to keep it on the inside, and now Vilsek's trying to do the switch right. No, he's tucked in behind him, and he's broke as well just a little bit earlier to accommodate for that slowing car of Weird TV. So Vilsek's now side by side. Does he have a better exit? Yes, he does. He has managed to pull out of that corner a little bit better, and he is now back up into 4th place. So Vilsek trying desperately hard to hold on to that for now. Valuable points here. Vilsek turns into turn 1. Weird follows him. Weird gets a little bit of oversteer, but manages to hold on to it. His car is still pointing in the right direction. and he's looking okay. Now let's quickly jump down to see how Garvey and Castle get along. Castle's pulled away 1.3 seconds from him at the moment. Garvey is 3.7 seconds ahead of Eddie, who needs to come and fight back right now. Weird is still chasing Vilsek as they come into turn 3 on lap 2. So now let's have a look at the gap. The gap is now 2.6 seconds, so AJ has pulled away. I wonder what the strategies are going to be. We know the zero stop is possible around here. We definitely know that. But is he going to be able to go to the end? That's going to be the question. He looks like he's sliding those tyres. It looks like he's pushing the car a lot more than we saw those drivers doing in the 2. So that could be adding a little bit more wear onto his tyres. Let's hope he's all right though. He's looking good. So let's switch down the pack now and see how Iceman Kimmy's getting on in that beautiful. It looks red on my screen, but I have got all of the red taken out, so it could be pink or orange, but that's looking good as well. Ashley, thanks for joining us as well. As the gap now is just 1.5 seconds down. Let's check on Nils. Nils is still ahead of Vilsek, 2.4 seconds clear. Is he gaining on Iceman? I don't think he is. It was 1.3, it's now 1.4, but that was a tricky part of the track to follow. So let's see if he closes it down as he's going down the main straights. That's from turn 10 to 1 and 1 up to 3. So Nils is now he's within a second of Iceman Kimmy. Iceman Kimmy's picked up a 5 tenths of a second penalty as well. So this is interesting. He's going to probably burn that on the run up to turn 3 because that is where most of them are burning because you have to put a lot earlier on the day of the 2 kilometre penalties here. So let's see if Nils is going to get him here. That's right on board with him. I can't change cameras. He's stalking him. He's 3 tenths behind. He's under 3 tenths now. He's 2.5. He's under 2 tenths now. He's got the speed. Is he going to be able to get him though? This is where it's going to come down to. Are they going to be able to keep it clean as they go into the corner? As Iceman starts to ghost, they're inside each other now. This is the problem with the ghosting cars. Iceman stays ahead for now, but Nils is still right behind him, and he's going to have a massive slipstream as they come down the hill into turn 4. So nice defending there from Iceman. Yeah, they're going to stick to formation for now. Let's just have a look at that again quickly. So they're coming up into the corner, as you can see. Nils tries to go down the inside. Iceman starts to ghost, but he manages to hold it. Now, Nils' car is inside of Iceman's car for a split second, but it doesn't cause any problems, thankfully. And yeah, they stuck to the same lines as they usually would, and they pulled out of that corner. Okay, so I'm glad that went well. Now, Nils is still within a second. He's just peeked over for a second now, though. So now let's see what's going on a little bit further down. Bit of a battle going on between Castle and Weird. Let's have a look at this and see how this unfolds. So, lap 3 out of 23. They're an 8th of the way through. Castle's looking really smooth. Almost as if he's controlling his car in dry weather right now. He's not looking touchy at all. Look at that. No rear slipping or anything. Looks like he's getting on that throttle early too. He's going to be close. He could be in striking distance with Weird now. Coming up into turn 1. If he doesn't mess this up, he's going to have a nice run. He takes a bit more curb than Weird does as well. But he's starting to slide a little bit. That's going to cost him a few tenths of a second there. Look at that climb from 3 tenths all the way up to 6 tenths of a second. He's lost out there. And now Weird might even have a chance against Vilsek here. Let's jump up into the gap. No, it's a little bit bigger. It's 9 tenths of a second, so I think Vilsek's clear for now. But look at this. Castle's gaining, but he's going to stick behind for now and have another go, possibly on the run down into turn 4. So let's see if he can do anything here. It looks like he's just a bit too far behind. He's still 5 tenths behind at the minute, and you don't want to dive down the inside. It's off the racing line. It's going to be really slippy on that part of the track, and you won't be able to brake in time. As he managed to keep it tucked in, he has. He's going to stick there for now. And look at the gap to AJ and Iceman. AJ's pulling away, I think. I'll jump back to those guys afterwards, but this battle is kicking off right now. Look at this, they're side by side. They are side by side still as they're going through turn 5 into turn 6. It's going to be Weird on the inside. Castle does not want to outbrake himself here. He's left enough space for Weird. Is he going to get forced wide? No, he's not. They're still side by side here. Amazing how these guys can keep it so clean. Castle's looking a bit messy on the curb there. And has he got ahead? He is firmly ahead, but can he keep it at turn 8? He's got the inside line and he's got it. He has got it. He is ahead. Nice move from Castle there. Very nice move. Now, let's see if they can again keep it clean as they are coming into turn 9 and 10. Just watching the replay here of them going side by side. Look at this, absolutely no contact. They definitely read the memo. They're clean drivers anyway, and they're continuing to keep it nice and clean, leaving enough space for the other guys to maneuver. Well done, guys. Very, very clean racing there. So we've got Nils, I think, closing back up to Iceman. It's 1.1 seconds, so Iceman's pulled away slightly, but look at this gap. It's now 7.2 from the race leader, AJ, and Iceman Kimi. He did get a penalty, AJ did, but he's serving it already, and it's gone. Nils has picked up a 10th of a second penalty. Probably served most of that turn 3. They are. It looks like they are the closest on track, so I'm going to stick with these guys for now, because Nils has closed the gap down again from 1.1 to 6 tenths, but now it's back up to 1.3, so as Nils was serving his penalty there, I think he did lose that amount of time. He lost about a tenth for a little bit more of a second there, so yeah, let's hope he can get back up to Iceman. It'll be very rare to see Iceman make a mistake though. He's not one who usually makes mistakes. So Nils has got a tough battle on his hands here. A very tough battle. Through the two left-handers they go. Into turn 8, the gap's now 1.1 seconds. So let's just move down the field slightly and see if there's any action going on a bit further down. Now Eddie Red is all the way down in P8 at the minute with 27 seconds to go, so he must have had a little bit off. I think he definitely has. And we can also look at the fuel of these guys as well. Let's just quickly have a look. Now, AJ is... Let's have a look. He's just under a quarter of the way through. And he's used up more than a quarter of his fuel. So AJ is going to have to pit. Iceman Kimi, however, is looking like he's going for the zero stop. Because look at his fuel. It's over a quarter as he starts lap 6. It needs to be bang on 1 quarter at the end of lap 6, and that will give him 1 lap to play with for the rest of the race. But right now, he's looking like a zero stopper. Nils is just slightly below a quarter, so it looks like he might have to end it, well, fuel save a little bit more, or come into the pits. Castle's under a quarter as well, so he's going to have to pit. Weird is side by side with Vilsek at the moment. Vilsek's managed to get ahead, up on the run up to turn 2. Excuse me, Vilsek is firmly ahead, but now Weird's got it back! Somehow Weird's got the inside line and he's got it back now. Are they going to keep it clean as they go into turn 3? Yes, they are. Vilsek looking to do the switch. Oh, sorry, Weird looking to do the switch back. No, it's Vilsek. Vilsek's overtaken him. Nice move there, guys. Now they're still battling. You can see that on the top left-hand side of the screen as they are coming downhill now into turn 4. Let's just quickly watch that replay again. They are going to be side by side, so let's just quickly switch back to it. It's going to be Weird TV reclaiming that position there. He's got him. He has got him as they're coming into turn 4 there, and coming out of turn 4, going into turn 5. Now Weird's looking a little bit choppy. That's going to allow Vilsek to maybe sneak up the side of him again. Now is Weird going to be able to hold that inside line? Yes, he is. Vilsek's being forced wide. Oh no! Vilsek might have gone a little bit too wide there. No, he's managed to avoid the gravel, thankfully. Thankfully. No, Smalley, it's not COVID, it's just I got a little bit of a sore throat from all this screaming that I'm doing. That will sort it out. Right, here we go. Vilsek is still behind. 4 tenths of a second behind, actually. Now let's quickly jump back up to see if Nils and Iceman got any closer. It's back down below 5 tenths of a second. Nils is still pressuring Iceman. It's below 4 tenths now. It's below 3 tenths. Nils doesn't want to do the overtake here. Remember, Nils has got less fuel, which means he's probably using more of that, 1 or 2 or 3 level fuel, whereas Iceman is probably sticking with that level 4 at the minute, which means he's not going to have to stop. So Iceman is in a very, very good position right now. Very, very good position. Eddie's left. Now we're down to 7. Ash, there's going to be needs to be a report from the division manager there. Lap 7, Eddie. Now back to the race. Less than 5 tenths, sorry, between Nils and Iceman now. Nils has got ahead. Iceman is now 4 tenths behind. So I missed that as I was looking at Eddie leave the route. Let's quickly see if we can get that on the replay. Let's have a look. Yep, they were side by side going into the corner at turn 3 at the top of the hill. Nils sneaks down the inside and finally gets that overtake done. Very clean again. Very, very clean. Good job, guys. But Iceman's not going to let him get away too quickly. Now, let's quickly have a look at this. Look at this. A 3-way battle here. P5, P6 and P7 as we reach almost a third of the way through here. Weir's looking really, really choppy. He's losing that rear so quickly. Vilsek's trying to squeeze past. All these guys have to do is finish the race to get at least 6 points at the moment because there's so few drivers. Let's hope it's due to Mother's Day. Smalley, no, I do not want you to rub some Vapor rub on my chest. I'm fine, thank you. As Weird TV is only 4 tenths ahead of Vilsek right now. And how close is Garvey? Garvey's only 6 tenths behind as he starts to slide through turn 8 now. That's going to affect him a little bit, and Weird's got a little bit messy through there as well, which is going to allow Vilsek to claim turn 9, and Vilsek is now into P5. He's a little bit wide, but let's hope he can get that stopped in time as he goes through. He goes wide again. He's going very, very wide here. He's going to come back on track, and Weird TV is going to get it. So that overtake Vilsek did has gone to waste, and he's now tucked in behind again. So he's going to have to try again on the run up into turn 3. Now, let's just quickly check, is that AJ? Yeah, AJ is 10 seconds ahead right now, so I think he's going to be safe if he can continue that pace. By the time lap 12 comes, he should be around 15 seconds ahead, and that will help him out a little bit with the safety car. But Vilsek's down in P7 right now, so he's lost out 2 positions because of that slipstream train, I think, all the way up the hill into P3. Looks like he's being cautious. Garvey's got a really nice line as he's going through turn 4 there. He's holding off Vilsek just enough at the moment. But I wonder if he's going to be able to keep it clean as he's coming through. Yes, he is. He's got that rear stuck to the ground nice and clean there. And Vilsek is still just 2 tenths behind. Garvey's going to be under a lot of pressure here, but let's see if he can keep that cool and hold on to P6 for now. As Vilsek is starting to look a little bit impatient as he's looking for any gap there. Maybe he's peeking around the outside. Maybe it was just understeer. Who knows? But he wants to get past them so he can catch back up to P5 as quick as possible. But Garvey's doing a decent job at the minute. No mistakes from Garvey. Garvey has got his hazard lights on though. I wonder why they're on. Into turn 9 they go. Ooh, look at that. Vilsek almost loses the front end of his car there. But he manages to correct it, and he's not lost out too much. He's only lost out about a tenth of a second there. So good job, Vilsek, for holding on to that. But Garvey not making any mistakes in the minute, doing everything he needs to hold on to that position. But here comes the run up into turn 3. Let's see what Vilsek can do here. It looks like he's just a bit too far behind, yeah. If he's 9 tenths of a second behind or over a second, he's not got a chance to do an overtake unless there's a mistake. Garvey isn't making any mistakes at the minute, so Vilsek's going to have to be under P7 for a while now. Let's get back to the battle between Iceman and Castle now. So Iceman's dropped down to P4 at the minute, as Castle's moved up into P3. The gap's just under 4 tenths of a second. It's always great to see these two veteran OFR drivers race each other here in GTS. They're so respectful and they're so similarly paced too, that it's always fantastic to see who's going to come out on top. It's pretty much a gamble, 50-50, who's going to make it. But yeah, let's see if Castle can hold on. So, a little bit of a loss of traction on the rear of Castle's car there. He's looking like he's getting a bit shaky again from turn 8. It's okay. Gap's dropped down 2 tenths. It's now 2.5 tenths of a second. It was just 4.5. But he's jumped back up just under 4. Sorry, at the moment it's back up to 5. Really hard part of the track to follow, especially in the rain. But he's holding on to it. Castle is doing a good job at the minute. Let's just quickly go back to see this battle for 5th place. You can see if Vilsek's in the back. He is. He's still in P7. Garvey's holding him off, in P6, and Weird TV is in a healthy 10-point position at the minute in P5. Garvey's looking down the inside, isn't he? He's looking, but he's not going to go for it. He's not going to go for it just yet. And now Vilsek has got ahead, so Vilsek is up to P6, and now he's got Weird TV 9 tenths down the road, but look at Garvey fighting back. Look at Garvey fighting back. again, both keeping it clean. Garvey's left a nice amount of space. Vilsack on the outside there now. Is Vilsack going to be able to take advantage of that? It looks like he is ahead. He is by 1/10.5 of a second, almost 2/10 of a second now. Garvey's sneaking in to go behind again. Vilsack's moving almost central. Is Garvey going to make a move here? You don't want to understeer here and force another driver off track. Let's hope he can get that turned in time. He can. Vilsack's left enough room there. Now, has he got the traction coming out of turn 4? Oof, Garvey's lost a little bit there. He's gone onto the grass slightly, and that's going to give Vilsack some breathing room. Ooh, bit of a mistake there from Garvey, but he's not too far behind. Vilsack now holding on to P6, 1.1 second down the road from the DV. Now let's jump back up to that battle between Iceman and Castle. It's now 1.1 seconds, so Castle is actually pulling away. AJ's gained another 2 seconds on Nils in P2, but this still means that AJ needs to make another 2 seconds in the next 2 laps before he pits, so he can hold off Iceman. Iceman, can we see the guy? Iceman's 21 seconds, so AJ's not got it at the minute. He needs to come back in, but he's going to be on better fuel, remember. So that gap that AJ has built up is going to help him out a lot if he still wants to win this race. Now let's jump back again just to see how close Vilsack has closed that gap. How quick he's done it, sorry. He's already below 5/10 of a second. He has closed that really, really quickly. Now looking at Vilsack's fuel, he's just over halfway, so I think he's on the zero stop strat as well. It looks like Wiert's on the same one, but their tyres are a lot more worse for wear. Vilsack's are a lot better. I think it's well, not a lot better, sorry, it's only slight. Here we're about to see the overtake. It is going to be an overtake attempt at least. Vilsack is ahead now in P5. Is he going to hold on to it though? Wiert's going down the inside, he's left just enough room. There's a bit of contact between them. Oh, and Vilsack's lost out a little bit there. I think he was slightly squeezed. Is he going to lose out to the other car behind him now? Is Garvey going to jump him? I don't know. Let's just quickly have a look. No, Garvey's firmly behind. What happened there? So let's have a look. They're coming up the hill. Wiert's got the inside line. Vilsack is ahead. They enter the corner, and then Wiert TV gets him there. Look, he's firmly ahead. There's contact there, and that causes Vilsack to oversteer slightly because he disrupted the front of Vilsack's car. It looks like there was contact there, but at best, that's a racing incident. Worse, it's a warning. I think that's it. Nothing more. So let's get back to the race now and see how they're getting on. So Vilsack's still holding on to P6 for now as AJ is on the fastest lap. He's still done a 1:46.1. That was quite some time ago though. That was lap 2, I believe. So he's not gone faster since then, and he's got a lot more tyre wear than these guys behind. He's probably running in a higher fuel setting. Yes, he is. He's only got just over a quarter of a tank to go, and he's built that gap up to 14 seconds. So one more second, and he's going to be able to get that win at the end of the race. But an overtake is going to be necessary. Like Ash is stealing strategies from Smalley there. Interesting, very, very interesting. So Smalley obviously did have that amazing one-stop strat. We did it in D3. Gwent Boys did it in D3. They did it again in D2 just a few hours ago, and it worked out for them a lot. Supervan to winning the race. Is it going to work out in this one? We'll have to wait and see. Now, I know there's only 7 drivers remaining in this race, but my goodness, it has been an eventful race, hasn't it? This is what the rain does. It is absolutely fantastic to see. Now, Vilsack's again trying to make a move now. Is he going to give Weird a little look tap? No, Vilsack's not like that. He's not one to retaliate or anything like that. He's going to be patient, but he's got Garvey again stalking him. The consistency from Garvey today is absolutely phenomenal. Look at this, Garvey making a move down the inside. Is he going to outbrake himself? Let's hope not. He's looking alright for now, but Vilsack's going to have the inside line though as he's going through the next corner. So I think Vilsack's going to be the safest driver here. If Garvey outbrakes himself on the outside, he's going to hit that gravel. There's a little bit of contact there. That's just a loss of the rear. I think Vilsack was still ahead. So again, that looks like a similar incident. At best, it's a racing incident. Worse, it's a warning. Nice to see they're still being respectful, even though there's little tiny bits of contact here. It's looking alright though, still looking okay. Now someone's in the pits. Someone is in the pits. It's not. Oh, it's not AJ, is it? It's Nils. Nils has decided to pit. So let's see how much time he's lost. So he was 15 seconds behind AJ. So that's 15 seconds off the lead. He's not even come into his pit box yet. Castle's pitted now as well. So he was 15 seconds off the lead. He's still not come into his pit box. Where is he? Here he is. There we go. He's popped in now. Wheels off. Wheels on. Car down. Fuel in. Pit board up. And he's away. Now, what's the gap to the lead now? That's what we need to keep an eye on. He's just got to come out of the pit lane so we can see it, so we can judge how long that pit stop is. 50 seconds. That's 35 seconds stop. 36 seconds stop. Wow, that is a long time. So, gap between Iceman and AJ at the minute is 25 seconds. So AJ is going to have to make up 11 seconds when he comes into the pits here. Has Iceman got enough to get to the end of the race? Yes, but his tyres are definitely looking more warm than those one-stoppers did in D2. So this is going to be interesting come the end of the race here. Where's AJ? He's just coming around the final two corners now. Is he going to dive into the pits? He is. AJ's in. Yep, he's in the pits. And now he's going to pit. So now, let's go back down and look at these battles again quickly. Because it looks like Vilsack is now in P3 because those other guys have stopped. Weirt's dropped right off the back of him, actually. Now, where's Iceman? Iceman's just coming through the final two corners now. Has AJ got into his box yet? No. Iceman's just coming around the final corner. He's made it through. And Iceman is definitely zero stopping. AJ's got his tyres off. Fresh set of wet boots on. He's refueling to go to the end, and he's now going to pull away. Now let's see if he's 11 seconds behind. Let's see if we calculate that correctly. He's going to get out ahead of Vilsack. That's crucial. He's going to get out ahead of Weird too. Absolutely crucial. Oh, he's 9 seconds. He's 9 seconds, so he actually gained 2 seconds on that other lap. Actually, he has to do a lap less fuel, of course. That could be the 2 second difference there. So AJ's got it all to do now. He's got to make up that time. Let's watch it come down then. It's 9.0 seconds. Vilsack is in P3 at the minute on that zero stop strat. Good job, Vilsack. Looking at a podium here. No mistakes though. Weird TV is 5 seconds down. He's got to... No, his fuel's looking okay. He might make it to the end. Nils is on fresh rubber though. Fresh rubber, wet tyres, and over half a tank of fuel, so he's actually overfueled. Oh no, he hasn't. Sorry, he hasn't overfueled, but he's probably running in engine mode 1 and 2. So that's why he's going to be using that extra fuel for the second half of this race. So it's all going to come down to strat now. Look at that gap. 4 tenths has already come out from Iceman, who's currently leading the race on a zero stop strat. Oh, I wonder what this is going to get. I think this is definitely going to come down to strat because these guys aren't making too many mistakes here. Hardly any mistakes, actually. We saw that one from Castle at the very beginning on turn 1. We saw Eddie make a mistake and leave, unfortunately, and those are pretty much the only 2 that I can recall at the minute. So they're doing well. They're doing pretty well. Nice on 7 tenths down. Look at the gap coming down. It's already 7.4 seconds. That's 1 lap. AJ's already gained a second and a half. So yeah, AJ is on track to overtake him in what 5 laps time. So come lap 20, AJ is going to be in striking distance. However, if Iceman Kimmy starts to slow down even more, it could be even sooner than that. Now, just to let me just quickly cycle through to make sure no one's close on track. I don't want to miss anything. We'll stick with Garvey because we've not seen too much of him this race. While I quickly just read out the standings to you guys, so you can see what they currently look like, or here, sorry, what they currently are in D1. So AJ's currently leading on 112 points. Iceman Kimmy's in P2 with 99 points, and Castle is in P3 with 76 points. VR, who's not made the race today, unfortunately, is in P4 with 54. Grayson Tay, who's retired from the session, is 51. And Vilsack is in P6 with 49 points. Weird TV is in P7 with 32. And Nils is in P10, so I'll just skip the guys who aren't racing. Nils is in P10 with 22 points. Equal with Proctor, who wasn't racing today either. Who's also got 22 points. And in terms of the team standings, it's currently Security Racing with 210 points, and that's Castle, AJ, and Nils. And then it's Team Shortcut with 155 points, and Gwen's boys in P3 with 87 points. So it looks like Sokudu is going to hold on to this lead. And I think Team Shortcut's going to hold on to P2, but if it continues like this towards the end of the season, I think Gwen's boys could possibly overtake Team Shortcut. We're going to have to wait and see to find out though. Now let's quickly cycle through these drivers again to see the gap is now 5.2 seconds, so it is coming down a lot quicker. It's going to be around lap 18, 19 that we're going to see AJ and Iceman Kimi, the fastest of our drivers, come together in the rain in Austria. Now, just in case you guys didn't know, we do have a new online Formula Racing app available for iPhone, coming to Android in 2077. You can download from the Apple App Store, just search OFR and you'll find it. You can keep up to date with all our news, our blogs, see all the standings, submit reports if you're driving, view penalties. You can do so many things there. So make sure you download that, and make sure you like the stream as well if you haven't already, and subscribe to us if you haven't already as well. That would really, really help us out. Now, back to the race. We've got two drivers really close to each other. Look at this. Nils and Weir are racing again. Now, they're on different teams. Let's see what they can do. Nils is looking to go down the inside here. Is he going to get it? He is. He's got the inside line. They're side by side. There's a little bit of contact there, but Nils has got ahead. He is firmly ahead as well, as we see Weird sneaking behind him. And Nils has got a nice exit out of turn 4 as well. You can see he's not losing the rear of his car whatsoever. Is he having the inside line at turn 2? Oh, look at that. Weird's got a little bit wide there. Nils is holding on to it. Yep, Nils is going to pull away now. He's definitely going to pull away. So good job there, Nils. Oh, I didn't catch the replay in time. Sorry about that. Gap is 1.4. Nils has already pulled away. The gap between AJ and Iceman is now 3.2. 2 more laps, guys. It's looking like end of lap 18, start of lap 19 that we're going to see this overtake. AJ is hunting Iceman Kimi down. Gap's now 2.5 seconds, and that's just one and a half straights. Let's see if we can get it below 2 seconds as we get looking to you can tell he's running a faster engine mode here, because he has got a bit of a higher top speed as he's coming down these straights. And those less worn wet tyres are going to be helping AJ out a lot in this heavier braking zone. The gap is now below 2 seconds. Oh, no, it's not. Yeah, there we go. It's below 2 seconds. Putting it all together for AJ. But it's going to be tricky to pass Kimi because he is one of the greatest defenders we have seen. AJ set fastest lap on lap 15, and he's gone purple in the middle sector right now as well. He is really, really pushing right now. Final 2 corners they go. Through the final corner they go. AJ has closed the gap down to just 0.2 of a second. This is it. This is it. The moment you've all been waiting for. AJ is going to pit and reclaim the lead, showing that the one stop is better for him because he looks like he's the quicker driver right now. Is he going to make a move down the inside here? He is. There's a little bit of contact between them there. They've both managed to keep it on track though, and I think again that was right on the limit. That was right on the limit there. AJ was just carrying more speed and he went down the inside. They went door to door, but I think Iceman Kimi just managed to hold his car there. You can see it here. There's a bit of contact. I don't think AJ was using his car as a brake because Iceman didn't go wide, so I think that's okay. Let me just quickly look at that one more time. We just need to wait for it to replay again. Sorry about that. Let's just wait for it to get to the top of the hill, and then you'll see it replay. There we go. So into turn 1 they go. I think that was okay. I think that was okay. Right on the limit there. Good job, guys. Small day. Oh my god. Don't get me started on He-Man. Now, Vilsack is still holding on to that P3, but look at this. Nils, who's got on that one-stop strat, is closing in on him. He's just 1.8 seconds behind here. I think Vilsack's got enough of a gap to weir behind him though, to hold on to a P4 if Nils does get the overtake done. Vilsack really needs to be as clean as possible if he wants to hold on to this podium here. Garvey's still in P7 at the minute, so he is still going to pick up 7 points for And with the rain in GTS, it isn't any dynamic racing whatsoever. The rain is just basically standing water that will always stay there. So even though cars are going over it and they should be displacing all of that water, it's not. It's a static wet track that's just as wet as it was at the beginning of the race, even though it's not really raining. And in OFR we do have that reduced grip thing turned all the way up, so it is as hard as possible. As you can see, Garth is fighting in front of his car and trying to keep it on track, but yeah, we don't have the reduced grip set to low or whatever. We set it to real, and that is why it is so hard, why they're braking 75 metres early, for example. Now, Nils and Vilsack still battling. Look at the gap now, it's just 0.4 of a second. Into turn 4 they go. Smalley, leave Nightbot alone. He's the only one that's advertising OFR at the minute. He's doing your job for you. Nils is now 0.6 of a second behind, so he's lost out a little bit there. AJ's pulling away from Iceman. You can see that on the track map. Iceman just going through turn 8 as AJ's coming on the run downhill into turn 9 right now. And Vilsack doing a good job at the minute, keeping him behind. But I think this is definitely the race we want to watch right now, so we'll stick with these two. As Nils in that 144 label car there is still hunting down Vilsack. For all those that are watching, who do you think the driver of the day is so far? I'm really surprised that AJ's had the pace to make that one-stop strat work. We definitely didn't see that in D2. We didn't really see it in D3 as well, but AJ has some phenomenal weather race at the minute. He managed to come in for a stop and re-overtake for the lead. And I think that's the only driver of the day in my opinion, provided he finishes the race, doesn't make any mistakes later on. But look at this, Nils has got past, he has got past. Vilsack is now in P4, but they're coming up the hill. Let's see what they can do. Vilsack now looking to make a move around the inside. Nils is going to have that faster engine mode, remember. Smalley's being biased and choosing Vilsack, of course. Vilsack's got the inside line now. Are they going to be able to hold? Is he going to be able to hold on to it? Yes, he is. He's got him. Vilsack is back ahead. Now let's quickly look at where that overtake happened before. So Vilsack was ahead as they were coming out of the final corner at turn 10. Nils makes a move around the outside, and with that faster engine mode, as you're seeing it again here on the stream, Nils is just pulling away. That's where Vilsack's struggling right now. Nils has got the faster engine modes to play with. Look at the fuel. Nils has got just under a quarter. Vilsack has got this. Oh, hang on. Nils has got just under a quarter. Vilsack's got about an 8, and that is why he's losing out here. He's not going to be able to keep up with Nils. That's why we're seeing AJ pull away, and that's why we're seeing Vilsack struggle now. Through the two left-handers they go. The gap's 0.4 of a second. I just don't think Vilsack's got the pace now to get that back, because his tyres are more worse for wear than Nils are, and he's not got as high of a possible top speed. His acceleration is obviously slower, which is helping him on the shorter gears get traction, but after that he's just going to be a simple duck. Yeah, look, it's gone up to 0.6 of a second now. Now, Vilsack could try it. He could try it as he's running up to turn 3. He could turn his engine mode up just for that little while. He'll be able to save that fuel afterwards. Let's see if he's going to do it. Oh, look at that. Nils has gone deep. I don't think there was contact there. Nils has gone deep. He's run wide and he's still ahead. Let's just quickly see see what happened there. So you can see them both coming into turn 1. Vilsek behind. Vilsek then looks down the inside. It's still Nils ahead right now, so I won't change. There wasn't any contact, and Nils goes deep. He goes off track, but still holds on to the lead there. Oh, and Vilsek just hit the wall. Oh no, that's a P4 nightmare. I didn't see any contact. Sorry, I was playing a replay there. That's my fault that we missed that. We're on the third to last lap at the moment. As we're seeing AJ coming up to the final 2 corners now, but Vilsek's just lost out 7 seconds there. I'm not sure what happened to him. I mean, it is a corner where oversteer is very, very easy. He might have just oversteered and gone head first into the wall. That wouldn't surprise me. Now, let's just see the gap between the race leader at the moment, AJ. He's built up an 11-second gap. He's actually got a bit more fuel than these other guys as well. AJ doing a fantastic job out there in P1 at the moment. Good job, AJ, and he's going faster. He did set the fastest. He set a 1:45.8 on lap 20. Wow, AJ, phenomenal pace there. Really great job. Vilsek looking like he's going to stick with a P4. Fuel is almost out, so AJ has started lap 22. He's just coming around those left-handers now, coming into turn 8, and then he's going to be on his final lap. He's led most of the laps this race. Obviously, with his pit stop, Iceman Kimi was ahead for about 4 or 5 laps. Iceman Kimi had a really amazing start as well, but AJ's just managed to pull away. Looks like he's the quicker driver in the rain here at Austria. He's not made a single mistake, has he? All race. He's done an absolutely fantastic job. So he's coming up to start his final lap now, and he's 13.4 seconds ahead. Now the gaps behind are quite large, so I'm just going to stick with AJ for now. I'll keep an eye on the track map just in case someone spins. Not turn 2, turn 3. He is in complete control of this car right now. He's not made a single mistake. He's been right on the road. He's going to finish the race with probably about 1 lap extra of fuel, so he's calculated that well. He had a little bit extra in case he needed to push a little bit more on Iceman, but he made that overtake quick enough, so he didn't need it. That's why he's got an extra bit of fuel at the end. Here he comes through the left-handers. Let's hope he doesn't make a mistake now. Let's hope I haven't jinxed him. He's looking okay. Yep, through turn 8, nailed it once again. And he is going to cross the line, I think, in first place. I don't want to jinx him. I don't want to count our chickens before they've hatched. But I doubt he's going to make a mistake. Look at him go. He's still pushing that car to the limit. You can see that in the behaviour of his steering and everything. He's really fighting with it. He's going to come to the pit wall and he's going to cross the line after 23 laps in full wet weather. He's going to take P1. Well done there, AJ. And he's going to get fastest lap as well of 1:45.829. just to get him that extra point. Good job, AJ. Now, Iceman's burning his penalty, and he's going to come across the line and finish in P2. He had a really good start, and he's actually had a really good race as well. No mistakes from him either. He's going to finish in P2. Good job there, Iceman. Nils is going to be finishing in P3 though, so good job, Nils. You had great battles in the midfield between you, Vilsec and Weird TV. Nils is going to cross the line in P3 and pick up 15 points for his team. And next up for Gwen's boys, it's going to be Vilsec who's going to be finishing in P4 on that 0-stop strat. I'm sure he's going to be happy with that, and he's going to cross the line in P4 and pick up 12 points for Gwen's boys. Now look at this battle going on at the back here. It's going to be Weird TV and Castle fighting to get to the line here. Castle's just squeezed ahead. It's going to be a photo finish. Castle gets it in the end there. Finishes P5. 2 tenths ahead from Weird TV there, finishing in P6 with 8 points. And last but not least, it's going to be Garvey. He's going to be bringing home a solid 6 points for his team there. Well done, Garvey. And great determination to finish that race. A few mistakes, but it's the rain, it's tricky. Good job, and no penalties though. So well done, Garvey, on that race there. So thanks everyone for tuning in. I know it was a little bit of a quiet one because we didn't have that many drivers, but hopefully it should be back to normal next week. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And that's going to be it. So tomorrow, I believe we've got an F2 race. That's going to be really good. We've got a feature race and sprint race, 50% on both with an 18-minute quali. Make sure you tune in for that. And then we've got a lot of racing going on next week. I believe we've got the Super Formula. We've got 3 GTS M3 races, and then we've got 3 Formula 1 races as well, where they're going to be racing around Brazil. So yeah, please tune in for that. It's been an absolute pleasure, guys, and we'll see you tomorrow.